Have you ever met those people who are willing to give and give and give to the point where they will give the shirt off their back? Do you know anyone like that? Or are you that person? Because let me tell you, that used to be me. I wanted to be a social worker. I got my bachelor degree and I wanted to be a social worker. So I was going to go to school to get a master in social work. And I was lucky that I had someone in my life and she told me, oh my, if what you're looking for is fulfillment, what you're looking for is fulfillment from the inside, you will love being a social worker. But I tell you one thing, you will be tired. It is so much work. It will be worth it, but you will be so tired. And I think they wanted to be realistic because they were telling me, yes, you will be fulfilled, but you will also be tired. You won't have time for yourself, and the money is low. It's not enough to survive. And the more they say that, the more I thought, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to help the whole world. I want to give them everything and get nothing for myself because this makes me happy. So you've heard that story, and maybe you're thinking, this is just like me, or this is just like my friend. Today, I want to talk to you about the topic of why you should put yourself first. If this is something that intrigues you or interests you, watch this until the end, and I would love to hear your feedback. If this is your first time here, this channel is about self-love. This channel is about self-improvement. This channel is about helping yourself, taking the journey from the inside so you can learn who you are, fall madly in love with yourself so you can love yourself unconditionally, therefore love other people unconditionally. Please follow me on this journey. I'll see you on the other side. Hi, Rose here, the Happiness Warrior. Welcome back to my channel. Again, if this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe so you can hear more of this. So today I want to talk to you about why you should put yourself first. Growing up, and maybe you've had it differently, but growing up, the way I saw love, it was always about how you sacrifice yourself for others, especially being a woman. It was always about giving yourself to others, doing things for others. I remember seeing my mother, she never had time for herself. And my mom is my biological mother, both of my mothers are very generous people, but my biological mother did not have. So even if she had a tiny little piece of bread, she would share it with everybody that she knew. And I just thought it was something so beautiful. So when I think of my biological mother, that's how I see kindness. And when I had even just a little bit, I did the exact same thing. When you sacrifice yourself for others, it is not love. You're showing yourself that you don't matter. And in my specific case, no one has ever put me first. No one has ever paid. When I say no one, from the time I was adopted, from 5 years old, not living with my biological mother, it was never about me. I never even cared that it wasn't about me. It didn't matter. But what that does as an adult is I don't know what it's like to have someone take care of me, to have someone do other things for me. I am used to giving and taking care of others. It made sense for me. And I used to be the person who thought it made sense to sacrifice everything for other people. Not enough sleep, not enough money, yet buying people presents, giving them birthday surprises, party, doing this when you can barely pay your own bills, giving away food that I don't have, letting people stay with me and not paying and taking advantage of me because I couldn't bear the thought of saying no to someone else. But you know what that did? At the end of the day, no one was taking care of me. No one was going to pay my bills. No one was going to be there for me when I was crying. That's even giving my time. I'm telling you that I would be struggling emotionally and I wish someone would be there to listen to me. And some of the people that I hung out with, they were not good listeners. I don't think they were intentionally trying to be bad friends, but they were not good listeners. I would be interrupted and talked over or told me that I'm a complainer, so I would just stay quiet. But I remember that when they had a problem, I would sacrifice my time to be there for them. But then I would stay and try to figure out the solution when they've moved on with their lives. You understand how much sacrifice? And we can go more into it and go more into, but I'm sure you're not here to hear all about my life and the things I did or the things that I didn't do. But what I'm telling you is, in my specific case, I was showing people, because you tell people how you want to be treated, I was showing people I don't deserve anything. That's okay. I just sacrificed myself and that's okay. But I was also showing myself that I don't matter. Therefore, my mind, my body, my My real self is not worried about me. I am not doing what I need to do for myself, yet I want to save the world. How could I give the world something that, one, I don't have, two, I don't know how it feels like? I remember volunteering, and we were giving people blankets and food. I was sleeping on the floor. I had a coat that one of my friends bought for me, and I was using it to cover myself. I was cold. It was during the winter, and it was in a state where it was actually cold. I didn't have a blanket. And I remember how it made me feel. I felt so sad. And I asked for the bathroom, and I went and cried in the bathroom and came back with a brave face like, all right, let's keep giving blankets. Let's keep giving food. When I went home that night, I cried so much for myself. I didn't understand what was wrong with me. How could I sit here and give food to other people? I'm in a situation where these people, they get blankets. I don't even have a blanket. I don't even have a bed. I'm sleeping on the floor. Most times I starve myself. I eat maybe once a day because I didn't have food. And so I know something was wrong. I needed to make changes. I needed to focus on me. Like, this whole process of falling in love with myself, it didn't just happen one day. It wasn't just one lesson. It was little things. Self-compassion, self-understanding, taking care of yourself, self-forgiveness. All those stuff encompasses what self-love is about. It's turning within so you can learn what you need in order to give more to the world. And I heard from Iyanla Vanzan, and she was saying, when you give more than you have, you're making the other person a thief, because you're letting them take way more than you have. And seriously, it may feel fulfilling, but I think it's just a band-aid. Like, yes, I know that they say, if you're struggling from inside, look at who you can help, volunteering and this and this. But if you're volunteering, it's good for a little bit, right? But if that's all you do when you feel inside, it's just a band-aid. It is not solving the fact that you're unhappy with your life. It is only making you feel good for a little bit for helping other people. But who's going to help you, right? There's a great quote or a proverb in French. I'm going to say it in French. La charité bien organisée commence par soi-même, which means if you want to be able to give a lot to the world and help other people, you have to start with yourself. That's literal, but really in the concept that it's used is usually a way to say, in order to help other people, you have to help yourself. And it is true. Like, you're loving someone else. How do you know you're loving that person unconditionally? I know in my case, those versions of myself couldn't have loved someone unconditionally. It was very conditional. Why? Because that's how I was brought up. This is, again, self-love. I am not going to sacrifice myself for other people anymore, because in order to help other people, to help anyone at all, I have to be able to help myself. My sanity, my physical, emotional, and spiritual health matter. Do you understand? You help other people, you help yourself first, so that you don't feel depleted at the end of the day. When your love tank is full because you have filled it, it overflows. When it overflows, you're just giving the extra. So even if other people aren't there when you need them, like they don't really pay attention to you or show you care, you're not going to feel a deficit, right? Because you're so full of love for yourself. You're not waiting for someone to come save you. You're not waiting to fall in love with an amazing man or woman or whatever your preference is. You're not waiting for someone to make you feel fulfilled or whole. I hear people say, I'm looking for my better half. It's like, I don't want a half person, right? I want to be whole. I want, should I be in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, friendship, what have you, work relationship? I want to be able to share a moment of joys. And yes, we can even share sadness together, but I'm not looking for someone to make me happy, to bring more joy into my life when I'm not taking the steps to bring it into my life. I want to share joy with that person. But the point being is, you take care of yourself so you can give more to the world. You take care of this person so you can help other people. So if you truly want to change the world and you truly want to help people, then you have to learn to put yourself first. At first, it's weird, it feels selfish, it's hard, and I'm still working on it. It is very difficult for me to be selfish. It is so difficult. And mind you, there's a difference between a selfish person, a self-centered person, right? Like, don't confuse the two. I think a healthy amount is when you're selfish, which means you take care of you first before you take care of others. There are people who are self-centered and all they care about is themselves. And then you have people like us, like you and I, and we give too much. We give more to other people than we give to ourselves. We only care about other people. That's not healthy either. It may sound like a noble cause, but it's not healthy either, because you cannot sacrifice this person who has been with you the whole time since birth, this person who has carried you. Like, you cannot just act like this person doesn't matter. You think other people are gonna care? You think other people are gonna care for you? And even just about your health, like some people, they don't eat healthy, they don't do what they're supposed to do, and you're relying on your doctor. Your doctor sees you for how long? 10 minutes? An hour? Okay, they're not going to see you for that long, but you're waiting and the whole appointment probably takes that long. But you think someone else is going to care for you, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health more than you, more than the person who's with you all the time? Do you understand? So you have to think about that. So if you do nothing else, if you hear nothing else from this, remember, the reason you put yourself first is so you can have more, so you can be stronger to give more to the world, to save more people. I would love to hear your thought on this. I would love to hear your feedback. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you absolutely hate it, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate any feedback. And more importantly, don't forget to head over to my website to download your free copy of Self-Love, what self-love actually looks like. I keep saying this because I don't know if this is always gonna be free. So I want you to take advantage of it as soon as possible. Also, subscribe for more content, and if you have ideas or suggestions for more content, let me know. As always, I've enjoyed this. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Practice forgiveness, which is the last video I did on forgiveness, and love yourself. Put yourself first. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye bye.